Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make these DIY reusable experience books that are great for fostering a love of reading, writing, and even reinforcing literacy skills that you're currently working on with your students. For this project, you will need some Ziplock bags to create the pages of your book, as well as some tape, some washi tape to create the binding, and you will also need some index cards that fit inside the Ziplock bags that you're using. So if you're using larger Ziplock bags, you will need bigger index cards. You will also need some writing utensils, and if your Ziplock bags have print on them, you can use some acetone and cotton balls to take that print off. The Ziplock bags that I used for this project did have some text on them, so I wanted to remove that. So the first step was soaking a cotton ball in some acetone and then rubbing it on the plastic bags. And as you can see, it comes right off. The next step is to line up the closed end of the Ziplock bags together and then use a stapler to attach them to each other. This creates the binding of the book. You want to make sure you don't staple it too far in because that could prevent the index card from fitting in the bag completely. But you also don't have to be very neat about it because then we're going to cover the binding with tape later on. The next step is to use a decorative tape of your choice to cover up the staples. So I use some washi tape to cover each side of the book, and then I just wrap it around one more time for reinforcement. I suggest that you actually use duct tape for this because duct tape is stronger and would give you a sturdier binding. At this point, you have created the structure of the book that you can reuse over and over again. Now it's time to start creating the inside of the book, so count out the number of index cards or cardstock pages that you will need. This book is going to be about the color blue, so we went on a scavenger hunt around the house and found lots of blue items, and each item is going to have its own page. The next step is to decide how you're going to lay out your objects on each page, whether it be flowers and leaves from outside or objects from inside the house or even photographs that you have printed out. And then with your child, sit down and tape each of these items onto their separate pages. Now this is the most valuable part of creating an experience book, writing about the experiences. So here you can write simple words that describe the objects, or you can write complete sentences, or even poetry about everything that's in the book. I decided to write repetitive sentences about the color blue because my daughter's 2 years old and this can help her to simply predict what the sentences are going to say. At this point in the process, you can talk about sentences, you can talk about capital letters, you can talk about punctuation, spelling, nouns, verbs, adjectives. Really, the possibilities for language are truly endless with this activity. The next step is to create a cover for the book that will go in the first Ziplock bag. And there you have it. Now you have the cover and all of the pages that go into your book. So now comes the fun part of putting all of it together. The great thing about an experience book is that once you make one, you can reuse it in a variety of ways for many ages. If this video inspired you to make your own, please take a photo and tag me on Instagram at Live Through Literacy because I would love to see your creation. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more teaching tips, and I'll see you next time. Bye!